My coworker told me my name is too foreign and weird to pronounce and made up an English name for me, then said I am creating a toxic environment by telling her to treat me with respect. Posted by u/pros Fox 1123. I was assigned to a new project with two people from different departments. One of them is a native English speaker, Judy, who insists on calling me by an English name. For context, my name is written as Amise, but is pronounced as A-mesh-A. So my name consists of just 3 sounds and is completely pronounceable for an English speaker and, I assume, for basically the entire world. Everyone at my job calls me that, regardless of their nationality. Judy told me, right after I introduced myself to her, that my name was weird and that she'd call me Emily instead. I told her no, that's not my name. She giggled, so I thought she was just joking. Well, it's been 3 weeks, and she wasn't joking. She's been calling me Emily ever since. Every single time, I tell her that's not my name and to stop calling me that. I've asked her in a normal tone several times, but she just rolls her eyes every time. By last week, I was fuming inside, and today, I lost all my patience. I told her I'm not going to be anglicized or turned into something else. Renaming people and taking away their names is humiliating. She became very arrogant and started telling me that I have no sense of humor, that I'm playing the victim to make her look like a bad person, that it's not that deep, and that I'm creating a toxic environment. She ended her rant by calling me Emily in a bratty tone, then sent me an email after work and called me Emily again. I'm planning on reporting her to HR tomorrow morning. The other coworker got mad at me and expects me not to report her since we've already worked on this project for 3 weeks and HR might replace her, causing difficulties. The project is going to end in 3 months, so I don't think these 3 weeks are crucial at all. But this has been going on for 3 freaking weeks. She has never once called me by my real name, and I will not let anyone disrespect me and my identity for weeks for absolutely no reason. Is this really something minor? Should I really not report her? I think she really crossed the line. Relevant comments. Commenter. Absolutely report her. This is bullying and possibly racist mistreatment by Judy. She deserves to be disciplined, as this is probably not the first time she has acted unprofessionally with a coworker, and if someone doesn't intervene, it will not be the last. Does your job want that liability for Judy's behavior? You should not have to work with someone who makes you uncomfortable in any way, and this is pretty egregious. Good luck to you. Standing up for yourself is hard but worth it. Ops response. Thank you. Yes, she is quite notorious here for being rude. Commenter 2. If your other coworker is so concerned about how this impacts the work, why don't they tell her to knock it off? Not that it should be on you to ask them to stand up for you, but they shouldn't just be sitting by, watching this happen. Ops response. My other coworker is the archetype of the silent jerk. He doesn't say a bad word to anyone, but he also doesn't give a crap about anyone. If the whole building burned down with people inside, he'd only care about his belongings. Update 3 days later. Many of you asked for an update, so here it is. I'd also like to address some questions that were asked in the comment section. 1. I do research for an institute, so we don't have the usual company system here. I don't have a manager. We have small departments with a lead scientist who assigns tasks to us. We only have one department similar to HR, so if we have issues, we report to them directly. 2. I waited 3 weeks because we don't meet every day. I truly didn't believe she was serious about renaming me. I thought she just needed a few occasions but would eventually call me by my name, like any decent person would. 3. She doesn't have any speech impediments or anything like that. She bluntly told me she'd call me Emily because she thinks my name is weird. Well, I reported her to HR. At first, I could feel they didn't take it seriously. Based on what they were saying, I'm sure they thought Judy was just mixing up the names by accident, but I insisted she was doing it deliberately and condescendingly. So they asked if I wanted them to write her a formal note or if I was willing to discuss it in person with her to resolve it that way. I agreed to that, so they arranged a meeting for the 4 of us. In the meeting, I told her what my issue was, but she just started turning red and refused to answer me or even look at me. After this, HR took control of the conversation. HR, is there anything that makes it difficult for you to pronounce her name? Judy, I just don't like to say it. It sounds strange and disrupts the flow of English. HR, it really isn't a difficult name, it takes the same effort as saying Emily. This is her name, and she should be addressed by it. This is an international environment, everyone needs to be considerate of everyone. Judy, yeah, that's why she needs to be considerate of me. Some people pick English names for themselves in an international environment if they have foreign names. Why can't she just do that? It's not that deep. She needs to do that if she is in an international environment. HR, no, she doesn't need to. You need to call her by her name. It's a completely neutral name. And you don't get to tell foreigners to change their names to another language. Judy: oh, I thought everyone needs to be considerate, but it sounds like it's only me who needs to be considerate. HR: calling someone by their name is the most basic decency. You are making this difficult for absolutely no reason. You can act disrespectfully outside of work, that's up to you, but this is a professional environment. There are rules here. You can't disrespect your colleagues. Judy: in a professional environment, she also needs to respect me, act professionally, and accommodate those who don't speak her language. They went back and forth, basically repeating the same things. Judy went into full rage mode, and after realizing HR was not on her side, she became condescending to them as well. She pissed off everyone, acted like a lunatic, and had a breakdown to the point where I think she might have mental issues. Since she refused to cooperate, they gave her a formal warning and spoke to the leader of her department, who had assigned her to the project. They removed her from the position and sent her to the lab to do background work, replacing her with another woman. This was a huge downgrade for her, an entry-level task, so from what I've heard, she was not happy. A woman who also works with her team messaged me on Facebook and spilled some more tea. She told me everyone was cheering when they found out I reported her. She has been at the institute for 18 years and has the worst attitude, rude, entitled, and bitter. She used to train newcomers 10 years ago but was replaced because she was terrorizing them. She also confirmed that Judy is extremely xenophobic. She hates everything from other cultures, including languages, foods, traditions, customs, and clothing. Everything is stupid if it's foreign. She especially hates poor countries because they immigrate instead of solving their issues at home, and they're stupid and have peasant food, her exact words at a Christmas party after 4 vodka tonics, circa 2017. The audacity, considering she is an immigrant here too. Her son even cut her off because he married a foreigner, and she couldn't accept it. The lady said they always knew Judy would have an issue because of this, so they weren't surprised by what she did. She also mentioned that lately, it had become obvious Judy couldn't accept aging and had started becoming extremely rude toward younger women. So, I was everything she despised in a person, a young woman who eats peasant foods. Apart from removing her from the trainer position 10 years ago, this was her first official report, so she just got downgraded. I really didn't think this would escalate the way it did. I thought she would just get offended and let it go, but she really didn't help her case by insulting HR. Thank you to everyone who commented. You were all truly kind, except for the man who insulted my Hungarian parents for giving a Hungarian name to their Hungarian child. That was some serious Judy-level behavior. Relevant comments. Commenter: I'm so happy for you and so glad you reported her. I can't even imagine doubling down like that with HR. Well, that was more like quadrupling down. It's good to see someone get their comeuppance. Ops response: yeah, she really ruined it with that. She became very arrogant toward them and said something very condescending about how much she doesn't care about what they think, emphasizing that she is a scientist and they are just HR employees. Commenter 2: good for you for standing up to a bully. It's sad that you were the first to stand up to her in 18 years, I can only imagine the damage she's done over the years. Ops response: yes, I agree. Unfortunately, it's still common for academic professionals to get away with being rude if they are very good at their job and have a name in that field. People fresh out of university don't want to risk losing the opportunity, and the seniors get comfortable because of their position.